Today I am talking about how to overcome that feeling of overwhelm when you feel you've too much to do and not enough time to do it. Especially fitting at this time of year with all the festivities going on. So if you want to avoid stabbing a sibling, let's go. Hi guys, it's Laura from How to Get Your Shit Together, and I help you get organized, get motivated, and get your zen on. No matter how many cucumbers we are as cool as, there will always be times when we want to tear our hair out or curl up into a ball and just hope everything goes away. Sadly, it's unlikely to happen. So here are here are 7 ways to calm down when things are getting a little chaotic. 1. Write a list. In your head, your to-do list seems infinite. You can't tell where it begins and ends. It is just one long spiral of stuff that starts to make you feel dizzy. Write it all down. Unlike in your head, on paper, a to-do list has a definitive endpoint. You can see visual progress when you cross things off. It is very satisfying, and it reduces the risk that you will forget something. 2. Shrink the list. You can't do everything. Focus on the things that matter to you and then put everything else on the long finger. Or just kick it off a cliff. Decide once and for all what you really don't care about. I don't send Christmas cards. Ever. To anyone. Saves me so much time, hassle, and money. Even if you do still want to send some, do you really need to send one to every single person you've ever met? Look at each item on your list and consider getting rid of it. If you're thinking things like, oh, but Mary would be so disappointed if I didn't do it, or, oh, but I do that every year, ditch it. If it doesn't make you say, I love doing that, it is just taking up precious space. Free yourself from the burden. Get out your red pen and channel your inner cutthroat editor. 3. Delegate. Draft in your family and friends to give you a bit of a dig out, even if it's just collecting the kids from school. If you're a perfectionist like me, this will be difficult. Suck it up and let someone else make a start. Even if you still have to put a few finishing touches on things, it will still save you a whole heap of time and stress. And hey, don't fret if you live alone or you don't have that many people around you. Help can be hired too. There is very little in this world that you can't pay someone else to do. Stores pick and deliver groceries. Amazon will wrap gifts that you buy from them. Neighborhood kids will cut your grass. People will come to your home and put up your Christmas tree for you, and then come back after the holidays and take it away. There is no glory in killing yourself trying to get everything done alone. Nobody will thank you for it, and any sense of satisfaction that you thought you would feel will quickly be eliminated by the exhaustion, the frustration, and the nervous breakdown. Delegating is what proper leaders and winners do. 4. Batch. Look at your list and group all of the similar tasks together. All of the errands, all the chores, all the phone calls, etc. Then try and do them all together. It is much more efficient than trying to spread them out and getting little bits of them done here and there. Doing similar things together helps you get into a bit of a flow so things start moving a lot smoother and a lot quicker. Pick a certain type of task and then crank them out. 5. Streamline, or just plain cut corners. You don't need to iron all the napkins, says the woman who ironed the guest pillowcases before her parents came to stay. If things are getting on top of you, then take some of the pressure off by not doing as thorough a job as you might like. Only vacuum the high traffic areas, only dust the visible surfaces. Buy pre-chopped vegetables. Cook and freeze meals ahead of time. Or hey, there's nothing wrong with a ready meal every now and then. Nobody will notice that you haven't broken out the towel animals or that your cereals aren't alphabetized. Believe me, you are saving your future self a whole heap of heartache too, because once you do it one time, they will expect it all the time. It's not about half-assing it, it's about knowing that sometimes good enough is good enough. Progress is better than perfection, so ditch the detail and just get it done. 6. Take a break. No one has infinite energy, and the harder you try to push through, the harder and quicker you will hit that wall. Taking a break tops up your energy levels so you can keep going for longer. What happens when you pull an all-nighter? You need a few days afterwards just to recover from it. Now, what happens when you get a few hours of shut-eye or you take a few quick cat naps, even if it's not your normal amount of sleep? You can get away with it for a few nights before you need to catch up. If you start sprinting at the beginning of a marathon, you will never make it to the finish line. Pace yourself. The same is true if you find that you're starting to get a bit frustrated. Step away. If you're with others, just excuse yourself and go to the bathroom or step outside. Take a few deep breaths. Let the initial impulse to scream like a banshee wash over you and then return refreshed. 7. Eyes on the prize. Take a moment and focus on what life will be like after the dust has settled. Yes, it's hectic now, but in a month or 2 months or 6 months, this will all be behind you. One way or another, you will get through it. It will soon be nothing more than a memory. Anytime I am feeling particularly frazzled, I just remind myself that everything will be okay. I might get everything done, I might not. It might all go perfectly, it might not. But life will go on, and the world will keep turning, and I will live to fight another day. If you can't seem to imagine it, then just look back over all the previous times in your life when you thought you would never make it through, when you thought it was the end of the world, when you couldn't imagine feeling any other way. And look at yourself now. You're still here, and you're still kicking ass, and you will live to kick ass another day. So those are my 7 tips for staying calm in a crisis. Thumbs up if you found them helpful, and comment below and let me know if you have ever written something on your to-do list that you've already done just for the satisfaction of ticking it off. Or am I the only weirdo around here? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more tips and advice on leading a simpler, happier, calmer life. And click the bell beside the subscribe button to be notified of new uploads. Until next time, deep breaths. You will be okay. Cura míle mágwebh, agus feicim mé sibse go lua. Slán!